Let's be clear, building real wealth isn't some magic trick. It demands a sharp strategy, the right tools, and relentless action. That same brutal truth applies when you're trying to build serious, lasting wealth. Yet most people skip the financial roadmap entirely. They just drift, then wonder why they never actually get anywhere worth going. I spent years in the trenches. I know exactly what it takes to build serious wealth, and these are the uncomfortable truths you absolutely need to hear. Truth number one, you need an undeniable desire, a pure, burning hunger for more. No excuses. Everybody says they want money, but being absolutely unwilling to stay broke? That's not just ambition, that's a different animal entirely. Most people just wish they were rich, but you're the kind losing sleep because your current reality just isn't cutting it. Am I right? And this kind of burning drive isn't something you're born with. It's forged out of sheer frustration and choice. Your current financial situation, it's not just annoying, it's actively painful, and you're ready to do anything to escape it. That constant struggle, it's draining you dry, mentally and physically. You'd sacrifice anything to escape it. Forget the romanticized struggle. People who grew up fighting for everything don't celebrate it. They escape it, period. This isn't just ambition. It's that burning hunger for success that keeps you up long past midnight, then pulls you out of bed before dawn. Here's a fact you cannot ignore. Over 70% of self-made millionaires started from absolutely nothing or very little. This isn't just wishing. True desire means knowing with absolute clarity what you want, and then refusing to quit until you grasp it. Once that burning desire truly ignites, failure isn't even a possibility. It's success or nothing. Now, for the next absolutely critical ingredient, vision and belief. First, you must cultivate the foresight to see opportunities, entire futures, that others can't even begin to imagine. Second, you must possess an unwavering belief that you, and only you, have the power to mold those visions into concrete reality. This isn't just about business. It's about building that thriving relationship, forging the entire unapologetic life you truly want to live. Growth is. Most people are just drifting. No map, no compass, no real destination. Even fewer truly believe that destination is actually within reach. Want to actually hit those targets? Here's the secret. Write them down. You're not just more likely to achieve them, you practically guarantee it. The comfortable ones? They'll call you delusional. They'll laugh at your ambition because their tiny minds just can't grasp what you're building. They have no idea what you're truly capable of. Yo! You need a clear vision. That's your GPS for life. And rock-solid belief? That's what pushes you forward when everything else screams, quit! All right, point number 3. It all comes down to time. More specifically, timing. Think time is just a clock ticking? No, it's your biggest leverage, your ultimate cheat code. Think you're too old to start? Warren Buffett made 90% of his wealth after turning 50. The secret to financial freedom? Time. It's your single greatest asset. Want to cheat code? Start early. The sooner you begin, the less sheer brilliance you actually need. Ready for a truth bomb that sounds too good to be true? Commit to anything for a decade, and success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Your only job? Don't quit on anything. Building real wealth is about endurance. Stay in the game, try different approaches, gather data, and make those smart adjustments. 10 years, you won't recognize your progress. A lot will change. That precious decade isn't just time, it's a launchpad for you to branch out and build truly serious wealth. This period isn't just time passing, it's your window to uncover real, actionable opportunities for significant wealth. But let's be clear, you won't just stumble upon these. You have to be actively involved to even recognize them. Number 4, you need charisma and you need crystal clear communication. Let's get real. Nobody gets truly rich entirely on their own. You can make a decent living, yes, but true, transformative wealth, that's a different game. It's a staggering fact. Your communication skills account for up to 85% of your career success. Technical skills, a mere 15%. That's it. Make no mistake, you will need to convince other people to help you get rich. They'll invest their time and effort, and in return, you'll offer fair compensation and a regal sense of purpose. That, right there, is just the beginning. Here's the truth. Money flows to people who can articulate value. If you can't explain why you're worth it, nobody will. Charisma isn't some magic trick you're born with. It's the magnetic force that makes people want to be around you. They trust you. They listen. Eloquence? That's not just big words. It's your uncanny ability to take a vision in your head and make others see it too, to paint that exact mental picture. That's how you build belief in your wildest ideas, even when all you've got is a concept on paper. That's how you get people to truly buy in. And here's the best part. Charisma isn't some gift you either have or you don't. It's a skill, a learnable skill you can master. And eloquence? Same deal. You don't get born eloquent. You practice it. relentlessly every single day. Our fifth brutal truth, networking and mentorship. Your success doesn't just depend on it, it absolutely hinges on it. You can have the best ideas, the most raw talent on the planet, but if you're surrounded by the wrong people, all of it dies. I know, networking sounds corporate, stuffy, and boring, but at its core, it's just building genuine human connections. Here's a fact. Everyone starts with zero relationships. The only difference is some people actively build them, and some don't bother. Real opportunities? They don't just magically fall into your lap. You have to build that access. It's engineered. Education? It's absolutely foundational. Memberships, shared hobbies, business connections. These are your actual building blocks. Surrounding yourself with success? That normalizes your own success. You'll start small. Everyone does. But the bigger your network, the more power you'll gain to leverage it. Need to hire someone smart? Poise! Go to your network first. Got a legal issue, a tricky accounting problem, or tech roadblock? Your network has the answers. You want more money? Then there's one non-negotiable. Leverage your network. As you build that network, you need real guides, people who've actually walked the path you're trying to forge. Here's the kicker. Nearly 70% of high-paying jobs come from referrals and personal networks, not a job board in sight. Frankly, trying to navigate your career without a mentor is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Mentors, they've already walked your path. They face the exact same walls you're hitting. They'll save you years of struggle, thousands of dollars in mistakes, no sugarcoating it. But here's where it gets truly interesting. They give you something absolutely game-changing. They give you direct access to money. They're already in the rooms where the actual opportunities, the significant capital, exist. Okay, it's not that they're inherently smarter. They simply understand money better than you do, and their connections, they open doors you don't even see. Forget who you know. It's about the quality of those relationships, driven entirely by the standards you set for yourself. Successful people understand the real cost of going it alone. No guidance, no strong network, that's a mistake you can't afford. All right, let's talk about number 6. We're diving into grit. Relentless determination, pure, unadulterated self-motivation. Getting ahead in this life, it's actually pretty simple. Here's the truth. It means putting in the brutal work when everyone else clocks out. Grit isn't just a trendy buzzword. It's the raw ability to keep pushing long after that initial motivation has completely vanished. Want to win? Then you work. You work when no one's watching, when no one cares. When no one cares. Before we continue, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Through grit, that's the relentless push. Executing long after motivation, excitement, and any hint of validation have completely vanished. It means pushing past the boredom, the gnawing doubt, the painfully slow progress, the constant setbacks, all of it for that one massive goal. Forget the fantasy of a week of intense effort or some innate talent you were born with. Real grit? It's forged when results are nowhere in sight, when you genuinely can't perceive any progress whatsoever. Think financial success is one big deposit? Or some magic stock market move? And it sure as hell isn't about one brutal week of budgeting either. The real financial grit, that kicks in when your investments barely budge. You'll go months feeling like your progress is invisible. Nobody's going to applaud your tiny weekly transfer. That's when it's easiest to just say, screw it and spend, especially when growth feels pointless. This isn't about loving spreadsheets. Believe me, it's an unwavering commitment to your future self no matter what gets thrown at you. It's choosing financial freedom over every tempting, fleeting impulse. Winning demands that fire, that relentless burning drive. Outlast everyone. That's the entire game. Stick with it longer and you'll eventually beat them all. Serious about building something? Then weekends aren't for downtime. They're for getting ahead. You simply cannot afford that kind of comfort, especially not when you're just starting. Nothing's built yet, and you're already taking extended breaks? Targets missed, future unsecured, and you're taking it easy midweek. Why? Motivation is a mirage. It's fleeting, a fickle beast at best. True self-motivation, that's just getting things done. No cheering section. No one even has to ask. Glenn, all that talk, it stops now. This is where the real work begins. This is the moment that is basking. Consistent action isn't optional. Without it, you will never truly know what you're capable of. Forget everything you thought you knew. Here's the 7th brutal truth, the game changer, ownership and leverage. Your salary, that's linear growth at best. Ownership, that's exponential power. Without it, you're capped forever. Rich people own things, period. To get where they are, you must start owning too. And it all begins by owning yourself. Own your time, own your business. Real wealth doesn't just add up, it multiplies. True ownership is exponential, not linear. Miss this, and you're trapped. Your income will always have a hard cap. The rich don't just make money, they own assets. That's the fundamental truth. You need to own assets, but before you can, you have to own your decisions. Own your time. Your time is your greatest asset. It's finite. Own it. Own your business. Stop building someone else's dream. Build your own. Own the building, not just rent it. Real estate is pure leverage, not just consuming. Start acquiring assets, things that grow, not just diminish. The truly wealthy operate differently. They don't just get leverage, they master it. Leverage is simple. It's more output for the same input. It's about working smarter, never just harder. Rise! Want to truly scale your impact? Then you absolutely need to grasp these 5 powerful types of leverage. First up, labor leverage. It's how you multiply your output by strategically managing other people's time and skills. Next, we taught financial leverage. That's using money to literally make more money. We're talking strategic investing, smart debt, making your cash work for you. Then there's the power of technology, or software leverage. This is where you automate, you scale with code, and turn your effort into something truly exponential. Don't forget content leverage. Imagine creating one powerful piece of media that reaches millions, not just today, but forever. Finally, we hit social or network leverage. This is your influence, your ability to connect with and truly move massive audiences. Master even a few of these, and you multiply your output without increasing your input. That's the real secret to scaling, but here's where most people stumble. It all comes down to basic math, and more importantly, mastering your own financial literacy. Want to know a genuinely brutal fact? Financially literate households accumulate 2 to 3 times more wealth over their lifetime. Let that sink in. The numbers don't lie. Financially literate people accumulate 2 to 3 times more wealth over their lifetime. Think about that. I'm bad with numbers. No, that's not an excuse. It's a choice. And that choice, that's just ignorance. Ignorance is the most expensive tax you will ever pay. Basic financial math isn't about calculus. It's about knowing your hourly wage and your actual hours worked. It's about knowing exactly how much of your hard-earned money vanishes to taxes and seeing what's truly left after every single expense hits your account. This isn't just math either. This is how you build real capital discipline. Once you become truly financially literate, you will finally start to understand. You will explain money. You will verbalize money. Clearly, you won't be lighting your money on fire anymore. Forget bad investments or terrible loans. You'll actually understand every single line you put your name on. You won't spend more than you earn. Ever. The moment your money hits your account, you'll invest it. Then, and only then, do you live off what remains. This isn't some magical trap where you spend, then just hold money's left for investing. It never is, right? You'll master the tax game, strategically deduct expenses, and keep every penny of your hard-earned cash. This isn't optional. This isn't a suggestion. This is your new financial mindset, plain and simple. Grasp these fundamentals. All of them. There's no other way around it. Unless you enjoy the idea of dying broke and absolutely miserable. All right, point number 9. That raw ability to sell and market, absolutely crucial. You want to guarantee you'll never be truly broke? Master persuasion. Can't persuade? Then you're always at the mercy of someone else who can. Every single desire you have, every aspiration you chase, relies on your ability to influence others. You want that raise from your boss? You need the best talent on your team? That's influence at work. Even getting someone to say yes to a date. In every scenario, it's about conveying your value. This isn't theory. This skill is the absolute fastest bridge from your effort to real tangible money. The best news? This isn't some magic trick. This entire skill set can absolutely be learned. Let's be clear. This isn't some shady tactic or manipulative trick. True influence, it's simply clear, compelling communication. It's about delivering value to the right person at the perfect time. Nail that, and you've got a mutually beneficial outcome. Everyone walks away a winner. Here's the deal. Your offer, no matter how good, is worthless if no one knows about it or if you can't explain it clearly. Sales is simple. It's just convincing one person face to face. Marketing? Now that's how you really scale. Selling to a crowd all at once. Here's the brutal truth most people ignore. The market doesn't care about your effort. It doesn't reward your intelligence either. In fact, it only rewards what people perceive as valuable. The wealth ladder. Chances are you've never heard of it, but it's the clearest path to building real money. Level 1, the bottom rung. You sell your time. Think a job or freelancing. Level 2, stop selling time, start selling outcomes. That's results-based pricing. Level 3, you're selling products. One product multiplied for a massive audience. Stop trading hours for dollars. The game changes when you sell products one to many. That's how you unlock true scale. Level 4. You want real wealth? It's built on systems. Think subscriptions, think licensing, think recurring revenue. And level 5, your past products. Now you're selling entire companies, brands, equity. And every single level you unlock here, each one exponentially stacks your wealth. Number 10, the one thing that fundamentally changes everything, a growth mindset. The brutal truth, your income has a hard cap, and it's set by one thing, how fast you learn. And no, this isn't some ooh, law of attraction nonsense. Get that out of your head. It's the gritty, undeniable belief that your skills, your judgment, your results can always improve with relentless effort, with honest feedback. Guys, a growth mindset is pure leverage. It compounds. The faster you learn, the faster you stack new skills. Skills don't just accumulate, they stack, building on each other. And your confidence, it's not just hope anymore, it's evidence-based. That's how you truly become confident making those tough financial calls. Sato! A small mistake becomes a learning experience, not a catastrophe. You actually allow yourself to risk something. A growth mindset turns a bad start into a comeback. Without it, you'll just squander every single opportunity. If you don't believe you can improve, you'll quit before you even learn a thing. All right, so what does this growth mindset actually look like in practice? Let's be blunt. Lacking this mindset is exactly why most people stay stuck and broke. The wealthiest people, they drop $20, even $50,000 annually on their self-development. They invest in themselves because they know the return is absolutely massive. Do you have this mindset? Be honest, how much did you invest in yourself last year? Think you have a growth mindset? Show me the receipts. What did you invest in yourself last year? Want to know the real reason people stay broke? They're convinced investing in themselves is too expensive. That's not the cost. That's the trap. Businesses with killer design don't just win. They dominate the market. We're talking 200% better results, long-term, no debate. Design isn't decoration. It's how value feels. It's how a product works. It's what makes it genuinely valuable. Good design makes saying yes feel safe, even inevitable. It erases every objection before you can even think it, making the decision undeniable. When the decision becomes that clear, you've already won. Obsess over your product's design and watch your marketing budget shrink. Don't confuse design with mere ornamentation. True design makes the purchase decision effortless. That's the bottom line. Every serious business problem, it always eventually becomes a design problem. Master this or fall behind. Design isn't just pretty pictures. It's the silent force that gets people to buy. Here's a secret. Every serious business problem you have, it boils down to design. Confusion murders sales. Hesitation crushes trust. Complexity, that chokes your growth every single time. The businesses that win, they aren't louder, they aren't cheaper, they're just simpler. They make choosing them the only obvious choice. Good design melts away friction and builds ironclad trust. It justifies premium pricing and scales your reputation. It's a silent salesperson working for you 24/7. Low-level businesses fight over pennies. High-level businesses, they compete on pure experience. Ready for the next major lever? Let's talk distribution. Products with killer distribution capture 5 to 10 times more market share than a superior product nobody's heard of. Here's a reality check. The best product doesn't win. The best distributed product does. Want real control over your financial future? Then you absolutely need to control how your value reaches people. Your value needs a way to reach your audience, even when you're not physically present. That means building systems. Most businesses don't have a product problem. They have a massive problem, getting that product in front of the right people. Most people on this planet have no idea you exist. And if they don't know you, they sure as hell can't give you their money. They know about other businesses, right? So that's exactly where their money goes, not to you. If you aren't building reliable ways to reach your audience, you're literally starting from zero every single day. That, my friend, is a losing battle. Now, let's talk about trust. Specifically, your ability to earn it and leverage other people's money. Wealth isn't built on just your money alone. It scales through trust. Remember, your money is limited. Other people's money is not. Forget your unlimited cash. Let's talk about how to get and use other people's money. Wealth isn't built on your tiny bank account. It's built by leveraging OPM, other people's money. That's how you truly scale. Here's the brutal truth. Build trust, and money won't just come to you. It'll hunt you down. 80% of venture capital doesn't go to great ideas. It goes to founders who've proven themselves, to operators they trust. Forget your brilliant idea for a second. Investors don't back concepts. They back people. People they absolutely trust. What is trust, really? It's simply predictability, even under immense pressure. You deliver on every promise. You protect everyone's downside. You communicate before problems blow up. And you never, ever disappear. Set up when things go sideways, you're the last one standing. Understand this. Trust compounds faster than any investment ever will. Money has a mind of its own. It doesn't just seek competence. It hunts for people who can actually deploy capital effectively. So, what's next? The right tools. You simply cannot build real wealth with the wrong equipment. For the excuses. You need the right technology, the best tools, the latest software. These aren't just toys, they're strategic assets. Tools that make you work faster, accomplish more, and even automate tasks you used to dread. The farmer who embraced the tractor didn't just compete, he crushed the one still using a horse. This isn't a theory, it's the law of evolution. It happened with the internet. It's happening right now with AI. Ignore it, and you'll be the one wishing you hadn't. Ignore this at your own risk. By 2026, being under-equipped isn't some unfortunate circumstance. It's a deliberate choice, and it'll cost you. Now, let's tackle a painful truth. Patience, or rather, your profound lack of it. Here's a brutal truth. Poor people live day to day, middle class month to month. But the truly rich, they operate in decades. Forget everything else. The absolute killer of wealth is impatience. The antidote? Long-term thinking. Here's a brutal truth you need to hear. Broke people plan for payday. The middle class, they plan for next quarter. But the truly wealthy, they operate in a different time zone. Years, decades, generations ahead. They're literally planning for centuries, leveraging every single advantage. If your core strategy is rock solid, you stick to it. You don't bail out the second things get uncomfortable. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's a superpower. And in today's world, it's brutally rare. Everything around you screams for instant gratification. Your phone, your feeds, that shiny new thing. But that frantic short-term thinking, that is the single most expensive habit you have. Some truths simply do not change. Master your skills, build your value, and invest consistently. Drip that money into solid fundamentals, little by little. Over time, I promise you, you will absolutely win. What if true wealth isn't just possible, but closer than you imagine? The truth is, most people could be rich if they just stopped tripping over their own feet. You hear it all the time. Oh, they just got lucky. But what if luck wasn't some random roll of the dice? It's time we stopped waiting for luck and started building it. Yes, some people are born rich. Now get over it. Complaining about it is just an excuse. Instead of envying the silver spoon, focus on your legacy. Do this right, and your kids will be the ones born into wealth. Pay attention. This isn't just important. This is the difference maker. Here's the secret. You manufacture luck by aggressively increasing your exposure to opportunity. How? By relentlessly developing your skill, aggressively boosting your visibility, and committing to consistent repetition. Do all three, and you'll stay in the game long enough for randomness to have no choice but to work in your favor. Problem isn't that opportunities don't exist. The problem is you're not consistently present. You have to stay in the game long enough for them to actually land. Luck? It's not some cosmic lottery ticket, it's the direct result of you actively making your own moves. Waiting for someone to discover your genius? Not happening. You have to consistently put your work out there, stacking the odds for repeated wins. Want to know why you're not getting picked? You're not present, and if you're not asking, the answer is already a solid no. Forget basic thinking. AI has leveled that playing field. Your only real challenge now is cutting through the noise and capturing attention. AI can replicate competence. But your unique personality, your authentic voice, that's your unfair advantage. That's how you truly engineer your own luck. Amidst a flood of generic, AI-like content, your raw humanity isn't just valued, it makes you absolutely invaluable. You want real wealth? Real opportunity? Then stop overlooking the one thing that matters most, getting and holding attention. Want to get rich? Forget luck. That's for dreamers. Become indispensable. That's where the real money is made. You still watching? Great. Now, prove you're not just a passive observer. Drop an exclamation mark in the comments. Otherwise, you're just another passive viewer, a ghost in the algorithm. Don't be that! Until next time. Meanwhile, ditch the "I'll save later" excuse. That's a losing strategy.